Hi, I'm Grace from Disgraced Weekly. I'm here with 40 Ounce. Thank you for, thank you for coming out and allowing me to interview
Of
you.
course, man. Of course. I appreciate you having me for sure.
How's your day been so far?
It's been pretty chill. Just getting ready for the show later and then preparing to come here. Just been trying to like mentally relax rather than physically relax like normal. Just making sure everything's in order. You know what
Yeah, I feel that. You're performing at the Choco Show tonight.
I'm saying?
Do you get nervous performing at all?
I wouldn't say nervous. I get excited, but I get too excited. So I guess maybe that kind of like equals out to me being nervous because I'll get excited and then when I'm about to do it, I'm like, oh, am I gonna do it right? But then that's when the alcohol comes into play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more confidence with that.
yeah, and then I get more friendly and then I want to be more involved with the crowd and whatnot. So I can't say that I have to be drunk, but when I am, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a good show. For
Yeah,
sure.
I feel that. Like, I could not be on stage in general, but if ever I had to, I'd have to be drunk. I just don't want to get too
Yeah,
drunk, or
yeah.
like.
For the first couple of times I've tried it, it wasn't hard. I just had to learn that if you're gonna look at somebody, don't look at just one person. Because a lot of people's advice is like find that one person you can like relate to in the crowd, but then it gets awkward. So you have to like learn how to find multiple people that you can tell is vibing with you. Look at them. It's like I don't know. It's a little process. It's like muscle memory once you start learning how to do it.
Yeah, because I feel like, what if you like make eye contact with them and
Hmm.
like it's just awkward.
Yeah, and it's like you try to make eye contact with the wrong person. It's like, all right, gotta
Or they
find
start
somebody
pointing
else.
at you.
Yeah, or they like tell their friend like, hey, he's looking at me.
Yeah.
I mean, that gets weird. Yeah, definitely.
So do you say like, do you like performing?
Yeah, that's like my favorite part of the music. To be honest, I feel like I would rather you come see me in person than for you to listen to me on your phone or like YouTube or something. Is the energies it's different. It's way different. Like I try to portray the same energy in person as I do in my music, but it's impossible. Like the shows just top off everything off for sure.
Why do you think people should see you perform?
Because you're gonna get what you paid for every time, if not more. Most people that knew that I made music see me for another reason. Like they came to see somebody else and they saw me and didn't know I was performing. And after they saw me perform, started listening to me like at home. So it's just like I feel like that's the easiest way to like prove yourself to somebody or like to first impression with somebody is for them to see you in person and know that it's genuine rather than it's like, oh, he makes music. You know that stigma for artists like, oh, everybody makes music. He's a SoundCloud rapper. Like it's easier for me to prove to you on
Like
a
seeing it in
stage rather
person.
than me just tell you, hey, like, listen to this. Because anybody can do that.
Yeah, I've definitely discovered new artists doing like just going to shows and like seeing how crazy like the crowd can be with like people.
Yeah.
You know who really surprised me? I didn't listen to them until I saw them live like years ago. Earth Gang, like they're so
Yeah.
fucking good.
There's so many different people that I used to watch performance wise, like Famous Dex, Frollin Loud when he ran out in his underwear. Stuff like that. It just let me know to be confident in whatever you do is gonna work as long as the energy is there. So it just like that's and there's certain people like in the Raleigh scene that have helped me with it too, like Juice Lord. Juice Lord, I've been going to his shows as a fan for a while. One of my friends, Brazo, I literally was like one of the only people at this outside show watching him on stage, and just watching him and like studying in my head. Like if once I start rapping, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I end up telling him while we're both making music, and he's like, "Wow, that's crazy. I would have never thought that." I'm like, "Well, yeah, like it helped me a lot for sure." But yeah, definitely.
How did you originally start rapping?
I started writing poetry first, and then I couldn't do it silently because it was awkward. Like I just felt like I was being soft in my head, just
Like
thinking.
writing a
Like
diary entry.
exactly. There's nothing wrong with that,
Yeah.
but I just felt like I was being soft. But then I started playing. It's crazy. I remember this like it was yesterday. I played Marvin's Room instrumental on my desktop, and just kept playing it over and over again. And then I started noticing like most of the things were rhyming as if I was making a song. So I'm like, why won't I just try to make music if it's that easy for me? It was like I was accidentally making music. So then it happened just out of nowhere.
How long ago was that?
When it was like, it's probably like 2011,
Oh shit. So it's been a
2012.
while.
Yeah, since it was like freshman year of high school, I was skateboarding a lot. And then one of my friends that was skateboarding with us just out of nowhere got equipment. And I was one of the first people around him while he was putting it together. And I made my first song with him. And it went well. And then it just, from there, it just went where it was supposed to, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I was a freshman 2011 too. I think that was like the end of my freshman year. It's crazy how like much time has passed since then.
Yeah, I was just talking to my little brother about how long I've been out of high school, and it was like, wow, like time really has flown
It's
by.
been like it's about to be almost 10 years, I guess,
Yeah,
2 years.
we got that OLD coming.
So how did you decide on your artist name?
So I was just all right. So I found out what a Four Loco was. This is
Okay, yeah.
this is a shameful story. Shout out DC, that's my boy. But like, all right, he stayed right next to me in our neighborhood. Like his sidewalk was the same sidewalk connected to mine, and we were playing 2K all the time. And he was getting drunk, and he had some Bombay, and then he had like a Four Loco or something in the refrigerator. So I drunk the Four Loco, and then I drunk some Bombay, and I didn't know what I was doing. This is the first time I was drinking, and I stayed on the floor while I was playing the game. The whole time I was drinking, I never stood up. So the whole time I'm like playing the game, getting super mad, not knowing why I'm getting so enraged, but forgetting like I'm drunk. I'm getting drunk, but I've never felt this before. So he told me to get something. I crawled all the way to the kitchen because I couldn't stand up, and I stood up, tried to just tried to get myself together, and then it's like, dang, I don't want to drink these anymore, or like liquor or anything anymore. So then I found out about beer, and then I started drinking 40s because it was like, why keep buying a little can and then walk back to the store and then walk back to the store when I could just get something that lasts. And I was drinking that, and then we were like freestyling in the car to beats with Black and Milds with 40s in our hand. Like it was like on some like old school 90s stuff. And then when I thought about it like that, that's kind of where like original hip hop came from. So in my music, I definitely try to depict like an older side of me and the newer side. So like there isn't a generation block. I want somebody that's older than me to listen to me and like see where I'm coming from or understand it rather than just like, oh, this is this new age music. Like I don't like hearing that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there like that
Right.
now.
And I've had multiple like older heads around me that I wanted to play my music for influence, and they'll tell me like, "Oh, this is good," or "I liked it." So like the name just fell into play right after I found out I like 40s. It just happened.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've had a 40 actually.
That's wow.
I don't know if I want to. Maybe once.
I mean, it's for the experience. You don't
Okay.
gotta like it, but it's not that bad.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not good, but it's not that bad.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm not a fan of like Bud Light and whatnot.
It tastes like water.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why like I've gotten into like craft beer a lot because it's like a strong percentage and
See,
easy to
IPAs are
drink.
gross.
I think they're pretty good, but
Depends on.
it depends on the one. But like they're like something you can sip on. You know, you don't have to
Right.
like drink it super fast because I think my issue also is like when I go out to a party, I feel like I need something in my hand. And
Definitely.
yeah, and so like with like a vodka drink, I'm just sipping it like real like quickly. With the beer, like I take my time.
Right. Yeah, I have a problem with drinking fast, especially with 40s because it's so much, so you don't have to worry about it like getting gone quick. So you can just knock her back, keep knocking her back. Yeah, I definitely feel that though, for sure.
So we've talked about, I think, did you say you like the Raleigh like Hell Yes Man beer or something like that? Yeah. Have you been to any of like the local breweries here?
Yeah.
What are your favorites?
I don't remember the name of one. That's crazy. It's near a movie theater. That's the only thing I can say. I can't remember what it was called, but it was one of a brewery that you can just go and pick out of the refrigerators which ones you wanted, or it was in stouts that you could
Oh yeah, like the
pour
little
yourself.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought that was cool.
Yeah, I like Trophy is really good because it's also like a restaurant and they got pizza.
Oh,
It's
that's
good.
dope.
Good pizza, and their beer's good. And
Uh,
Clouds, that's downtown.
I think that might be the place I went to.
I feel like at one point they definitely did have like the little taps that you could
Yeah,
like pour your
about
own.
like COVID and whatnot.
Yeah.
See, I went to this place in Durham, and I don't remember the place either, but it was like you come with a band after you put your card on it, and then there, like the whole place was full of just taps,
Hmm.
and you can walk around, and when you put your wrist on it, it'll let you start pouring, and it'll tell you how much you're pouring, and how much money you're spending as it's pouring, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I did that before, but yeah, it's just like I feel like I'm ending up like spending more money.
Right. See, yeah, but it depends on what drink you get. If you're getting stronger drinks, you'll probably only need
A little,
one or
yeah.
so, two or so.
Yeah. But yeah, with those I want to like try a little bit of all of them.
Yeah, do you like sours?
No.
Me either.
Okay.
Sours
So
are
we
gross.
agree.
Yeah, sours are gross.
Yeah, that's no for me.
Yeah, and like anything with like chocolate, like mocha and coffee, no, that's gross.
I don't mind those. Like the like porters, like those are fine with me because I started out liking like the dark ones like stouts and porters,
Hmm.
and then I kind of graduated to
Do you like
IPAs.
pernicious?
I yes, I've had that. I know.
Do you like Buddha Ranger?
Yes.
Buddha Ranger is like one of my favorites. I like Buddha Ranger.
Yeah, I like Voodoo Ranger. I feel like there was one I had recently though. It was too. It
Was
was
it
like
green?
sweet. Yeah, I think it was green.
That one's kind of on the strong side.
Yeah. So where are you originally from?
I'm from Mount Vernon, New York, but I moved here when I was young. So I've been here for a while. But when I was younger, I was going back and forth. But then I like mainly went to school here.
Where is that like in relation to the city, New York?
Literally right outside the Bronx.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like the city right outside of it.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't like my first time going to New York was only like I think it was 2018.
Hmm.
I love it there. I've been a few
Yeah,
times
I like the
since.
pace, the sounds, the food, everything. Everybody
Hmm.
minds their business. The music, culture, everything about New York. I love New York.
Yeah, yeah, I like being able to just like walk anywhere, like music, like listening to. I've had a few people like stop me though when I'm walking around and like try to talk to me or sell me
Hmm.
something or ask for something.
You can do that downtown Raleigh.
That's yeah, I'm pretty sure I've had the same guy like approach me and my like different friends twice, like with like some story about like it might be true, but like no, it was like literally like 6 months in difference,
Hmm.
and I think it was the same guy, and he was talking about how he like I think got dropped or he needed to get on the bus or something, and something about his like ex-wife or all this shit.
It's a definite. It's always a great story when somebody wants something downtown.
Yeah,
Something you've never heard before, and it
it's
makes you
some
try to
crazy
feel
shit.
bad.
Yeah,
That's why I never make eye contact.
and it's always like the longest story too.
Yeah, it's like I really kind of gotta go. Like I'm sorry, but I kind of gotta go. I can't do this.
Yeah. I just like I feel like I should like I'm like I don't want to be mean,
In New York, people are definitely more aggressive, though, for sure.
Yeah.
It's yeah, for sure. But then most people don't even really focus on you if they're not worried about you, like specifically. Like it's like hundreds of people walking down with their head down.
Hmm.
There's nobody. It's like
Yeah, and I feel like people aren't like judging you
no,
really. Yeah, just doing your own
yeah.
thing.
Unless you're making yourself known, it's like I'm going to where I'm going. You're doing what you're doing. It doesn't matter. You know.
Hmm. So, do you like or did you like growing up here?
Yeah, it was cool. Um, I can't say that I would. I can't say I wouldn't wish that I grew up there, but I like where I grew up. I wouldn't like ever put anything down on Raleigh. I like Raleigh. Raleigh's cool. I mean, obviously, there's certain places I don't like personally, but or certain things that's happened to me. But everybody's had, those. It doesn't matter where you at. But yeah, Raleigh's pretty cool. I've definitely been around. I went to a couple different high schools, so I got an opportunity to meet a lot of different people out here, and then being in the music and arts and different stuff and modeling and stuff, it just expanded. So I know a lot of people here. So it's cool to go around and people know me wherever I go.
Yeah, there's a lot of like creative people out here
Yeah.
and a lot of talent.
Yeah, and it's a lot of love. We have some work to be done, when it comes down to working together. But that's anywhere.
Yeah, I feel like there's a strong community here.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in the right places and you going around the right people and energies. It's definitely something that I've been wanting to be a part of. And I can definitely say that I grew from it too, just from being around instead of doing it myself and like being like prideful. Oh, I can do everything by myself and actually reaching for help that I didn't even really need to ask for. That's just like, hey, we want to help you, and then made that not tie, and then it was like, okay, I know exactly what the city needs as well as I do individually, and what I can do individually to help the city and like how I can act and move to help other people.
How would you describe your sound?
My sound,
Yeah, like your music sound. I know it's there. You got different
man,
like sounds.
man, wow, that's a good question. How would I describe my sound? I don't think I have one. So I would say situational or emotional because it's like I make certain music in certain moods, and I guess a mood would consider to be an emotion at the moment. So like I might make something that's cool, like rave music or like drill music when I'm angry or I'm feeling some type of aggression, or I might slow down, make some R&B music when I'm feeling sad, or if I'm thinking about something that's bothering me that I need to let it out in a different way that's not aggression. So yeah, like I can't really put a one word on it. It's too much.
Would you say music plays like a role in your mental health?
For sure. For sure. There's certain songs that I don't even have, I can't even drop because it was for me. And I just like for me to know for certain songs that I made when I was going through, when I was like dealing with my drug addiction and like losing a lot of people and family members and whatnot, I would go back to that to see my growth that I have now, to see how far I got. I'll think about like, okay, I was this way when I heard it, and then I'm gonna listen to my music now to figure out like if I felt any growth in my music, if I felt any different about myself, because I always end up telling myself usually things that I'm not even thinking about when I start recording. But sometimes I don't like write very much so at all. So when I start recording, I'll start like telling myself how I feel, and I'll listen to it and be like, "Whoa, I didn't know that." But I didn't. I knew it, but I didn't know I felt that deeply about it because of how I'm explaining it on the microphone. So yeah, I definitely can say that it's helped me a lot for sure.
Yeah, I think it's important to like I guess talk it out or like think it out like whatever's like going on with yourself. So I'm very bad at like I don't write anything like I'm just in my head all the time. But music
Right,
helps me like distracts me from my head.
right, and I definitely like. I feel like when I make music like this for people like that don't have that outlet, it feels like they're doing it for themselves because it's somebody that understands them. So it's like I might make a song about how like relationship was going well and then I went crazy and she left me and this and that and now I'm sad. I might not even be going through that at the moment. I just feel certain stuff when I'm ready to record and I feel it and I'll record it and then there's been numerous occasions, multiple of my friends send it to me and be like, "Wow, this song I needed this more than anything. You didn't even know. Like this is hitting this like the exact thing that I'm going through." Because it's a canvas, so it's like it's gotta help somebody. You're saying it for a reason.
Yeah, music can be like very powerful.
Yeah,
It's crazy how many like people you can touch and
on
people understand.
accident.
Yeah.
Not even thinking about it. You thinking it's for you, not in like it's a selfish thing. Because I feel like all of your art should feel like it's for you, but to know that your art affects other people's in ways where they feel like I was talking to them directly is a gift in itself,
It's
for
crazy.
sure.
Is there any life advice you'd want to share?
Don't give up, because if you give up, you can't make it.
I feel that. Yeah, just being like persistent with
Yeah, and
what you do and keep going at it.
yeah, anything. To be honest, like because I'm bipolar, but I don't take any medicine because I don't think I need it, and I don't want it to be altering something that I've already been working on all my life. So like I've been to those dark places, I'm sure everybody has. I've been to those dark places. I've tried to kill myself multiple times, like tried to OD, like certain stuff like that. Like I know I'm not the only one, so I'm not gonna like put the blame. Like I don't want nobody to feel bad for me because I'm past it. But like, yeah, definitely, like just don't give up. That's all I can say. is because if you give up, you can literally never see yourself be at the point where you got past it, and then it's over, you know. And I feel like most of the time when you go through those things is for a reason, for you to be able to be stronger for your blessing. Like the dark, like the light means nothing without going through the dark. I tell people that all the time. It's like if the lights were always on, you're gonna expect them to be on when you get home. But then when they're dark and you open the door, it's like, oh, I need to turn the lights on. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta appreciate the fact that you can have the lights. But sometimes the road, everybody wants it to like,
Yeah.
but you can't do nothing about it. It's
You just gotta
life.
be
You know
like
what I'm saying?
patient, like
And all you can control is what you can control, and that's never giving up and doing what you got to do.
Which music artist are you inspired by?
A couple different. Locally or in general?
You both.
Cloud for sure. I liked his wordplay and the way he was able to bring his life into music that people can still hear and it sound like uppy and joyous, but he was still getting his message across. I like that about him. There's so many different people. Kanye West, definitely. Kid Cudi got me through high school. Um, Lil Keed helped me a lot. He helped me get away from a regular sound and just do whatever you want to do. Like it's art. You like to treat my voice as an instrument. Yeah, so in Young Thug too as well. Free Slack. But yeah, all that all that I can go for days how many times like how many different artists I'm influenced by. Just listening like Lil Wayne, like metaphorically and using similes and stuff like that when you're rapping. Just a lot of different people, new age, old age.
Who are your favorite people to collaborate with?
Lil Groove, I literally just recorded two great songs with him before I got here, like right across the street. I love recording with him. Brazo, love recording with him. Everybody in Dirty, you know, everybody that I like my in my official camp that's Dirty. I love recording with all them because it feels like we're family when I'm recording. It's like I don't have to ask you anything. I just like you go, then I go, and then sorry, we're done. We don't have to ask any questions or figure anything out.
How do you guys get together?
Um, it's crazy. It's just certain people were in certain places, and then we all linked up through the the School of Arts or Music by Wakefield, and that's where Cloud and CZ and all of us ended up linking up. As I went to Wakefield, so everybody ended up in that area for a reason. But then in my neighborhood, we all lived in the same general vicinity, but didn't know that. So it all just came together, and then the newer people from the group, we ended up meeting along through the people that were in the group but doing other stuff, and then they brought them in. So we just ended up being a tight little circle. Figured out who needed to be around who didn't. Yeah.
Do you have any albums or new music planned that you're dropping soon?
Son of Sam side two. Yeah, the last EP I dropped on my birthday. Son of Sam, but Son of Sam Part 2 is definitely coming, and it'll be a lot more. I'm trying for this to have like no skips. The first one, I kind of just wanted to see how it went.
I don't think there's any skips on that.
I appreciate it. And I mean, that's how I want all my albums to be or like projects to be. But like this one, I want it to be like, I want every song you play to want to play it again. Like you want to play it twice. Yeah.
I've been listening to your music a lot in my car, like with the speakers up. That's like the perfect. Like,
Yeah. See,
spot.
I'm like a very loud and energetic person and like super charismatic. So I put that in my music. And then I used to be in band and I used to play tuba. So 808s, I love 808s so much. So when a majority of my music has heavy 808s, and if you're not listening to it, you can listen to it on your phone and like get the gist of the song, but like in a car or like a speaker or your AirPods, you're not getting the full effect. That's why I like my performances in person because when you hear them in person, you get those huge speakers, and then I can give you what I want to give you. Like this is I like record thinking, oh, when I perform this, I'm gonna do this, and that. So it's like premeditated.
Yeah, there's definitely I feel like a difference. Yeah, listening from like my phone like to your music in the car, like it's just not the same. You know, it doesn't hit the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like the car is like perfect. Like
It's the
just as
bass.
long, yeah,
The
being able to
bass
play it loud.
definitely is like the salt to everything for sure.
So, would you rather skydive or scuba dive?
How deep scuba diving? Good God.
I don't know how deep they go, but like you know, you gotta have like the air thing. You gotta go deep enough where you have to like you know how like they have to come up like only like slowly.
Oh no. Skydive probably.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'd pick skydiving. Like I want to do that, but scuba diving it seems cool. But yeah, I get scared of like rising too fast or getting like freaked out and then like you implode.
Right. Oh God.
Yeah.
Wow. You went
I
there.
get too.
I got dark real quick. But I know that was definitely an option for sure. Like all right, so I fell off a bridge on by Wakefield, by the little cut by the cliffs. I was everybody kept egging me on to jump off the bridge and I didn't want to do it. So like I sat on the top of it and let my legs dangle and I was about to do it and then I was like, all right, I'm getting up. And then this boat came from up under the bridge and there's all these people on the boat screaming, do it, do it, do it. And I'm like, bro, no, I gotta do it. So I lift myself up, my hand slips, and I like literally fall off the bridge.
Oh my
And
god.
I'm like, I fall. So it's like after that, I don't want to be on anything high. Like high stuff bothers me. I don't want to, you know.
Yeah, I get that. Like in Florida, like we go like kayaking and shit and like on the river and like there's a bunch of like cypress knees, you know, like parts of trees that are like sticking up from the water. And there's people like jumping off like the trees and jumping off the side. So yeah, one time I jumped off this tree and I literally landed like I kind of slipped and I landed like right next to like a bunch of those cypress
Oh my
trees and I got
God.
so freaked out because that would have fucked me up.
Yeah, that would have definitely be one of your last jumps. For sure.
Yeah. But I would skydive if you know you had somebody that you know knew what they were doing and
Yeah.
they're pretty much the one jumping.
Yeah, I don't think I could. I don't know, man. That scuba stuff, the fact that we know more about space than the water scares me. I would prefer not to be that deep.
True. I like snorkeling, like when you're like at the top and you can see under.
You see, it's like you can control what's going on.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
go down there, and it's like you can't even see the water pressure's too heavy for you to breathe. Like, nah, that means we're not supposed to be.
Yeah, you see like a giant squid, you get freaked out. You got to get out of there.
Yeah, and then it's like all these just imagine 5% is what we know of the ocean.
Yeah,
So all
there's
these
so
fish
much
that
more
we do
there.
have knowledge of, we're missing so many percentages of fish. There's probably so much more huge, and they can see in the dark. No, I'm good.
Yeah, there's definitely some crazy
You know,
like,
falling
stuff
off of
out
something,
there.
I've conquered that. So if I do it and it's supposed to be professional, I think I'll be all right.
Yeah. What is something your fans don't know about you?
My first name.
Do you want people to know or no? You keep that
I mean, I
secret?
don't care. You can look it up and you'll find it on accident. My first name's Ulysses.
Okay.
Yeah, like the president.
I don't even know there was.
Ulysses S. Grant.
Oh shit! Yeah, yeah. He sounds familiar.
Yeah. He's on the $50 bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like that name?
For what it's worth, yeah. But I've had to deal with a lot of problems, people messing it up on accident, on purpose. It comes with its pros and cons. It means a lot, has a nice meaning to it. Like the whole background of it's awesome, but when it's cool, it's obviously somebody's got to make it not as cool as what it really is.
Yeah, somebody's gonna fuck it up. Or,
Yeah. Basically you can't have shit.
Yeah, thankfully with Grace, nobody has ever messed that up. But I'm not like a big fan of my name.
Why not? Which one with Grace?
I don't know. Like I don't know what name I would want though. So I guess like it's fitting. But I don't know. I don't think I'd name my child Grace.
Have you ever thought about another name?
No, I don't think so. I went through phases when I was little and I liked names. Like I named my dog, my old dog. Her name was Jenny.
Jenny. I don't know why when I was little, because I'm not even from Brooklyn. I wanted my name to be Brooklyn.
Okay.
It's like I have my dad's from Harlem. Like I'm from the outside of the Bronx. Like that had nothing to do with anything. I don't know why I wanted to be named Brooklyn. But
Just to move there later in life.
yeah, right. That would have been cool.
So do you have a favorite song that you've created?
Yeah, for sure. Um, it's like two. It's a song called "Murder for Love" and "Chopper with a Stick." It's the both of those songs have nothing to do with each other's energy. One of them's slow and the other one's ignorant and what I want to hear when I'm want to be tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the Murder for Love's probably my favorite song. Or TTH. TTH is Thinking Too Hard. And yeah, that's a really good song that I don't promote anymore because it's just, I don't know. I really didn't even have a good reason to be honest. It's a really good song. It's like mixed very well. And it has a lot of meaning to it, but it's just not one of those for the like what people they want right now. Like I know a lot of people don't want to listen to something like that right now, so I just kind of
Bring it back later.
yeah, like whenever it's
Waste some
time,
yeah.
it'll always be there. Yeah, for sure.
So you're a father, correct?
Yes, for sure.
What is something that you learned from having a kid?
Life is short, for sure. Like everything that I do now, I've got to like make sure that hi manager. But everything I do now, I've got to make sure is something that's safe. I got to make sure everything I do when I go out, I got to come home. Like before then, I could just run the streets, and if something happened to me, something happened to me. I'll go to jail. It just happened. You know what I mean? But like, I have a kid now. Like I can't risk that for her to have to grow up in a way where she shouldn't have to because I was making foolish decisions. Especially with drugs and stuff like that. So like, yeah, it definitely taught me to have to be a man for real and actually like take care of what I need to take care of without excuses or anything. For sure.
What do you like to do when you're not making music?
Why? The first thing I thought was get drunk. That's sad. That's sad. You're toxic.
Oh my god.
I like playing games, video games. I like playing Call of Duty, 2K, stuff like that. I used to skateboard, but not anymore. I low key want to get into it because I can actually like skate for real, like do tricks and whatnot. But I just, it just fell off.
Yeah, I went through my phase like a year or two ago where I was trying to learn like skate tricks. But it hurts. Like when you fall, like you're getting older, like
Yeah.
you hurt yourself.
Yeah, and it's definitely not something I feel like I'm gonna like. See, then I'd fall and then get mad that I fell, and it would make me want to get up. Now, if I fall, I'm mad that I fell, and I'm not playing anymore. Well, it's time to go in the house. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I feel like when I was like trying tricks, I would just like I get like more sloppy with it because like I just got more tired. Then it wasn't even like I wasn't getting better.
Yeah, it's like, what am I even doing this for? I felt that.
What is something that annoys you?
Stupidity. Top tier. I feel like if you lack common sense, in certain things, I understand. But like being stupid, like just doing stupid stuff, everybody has that person in their life they know that's just like, why are you doing that? Like, what are you doing all the time? like, stop doing this. Like, what made you think? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, those people that you've got to coach in life throughout their life, that gets on my nerves. And when you're talking and like you're blatantly talking and somebody tries to cut you off, and like speak over you, I hate that. That like irks my soul. I don't know why I just thought about that immediately. But like it's just like if you heard me talking first, I'm gonna let you talk. You know what I mean? I understand if we're like in a party setting, we're all just but if I'm like really trying to get my point across, and then I just start talking over you, I'm like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah, there's not really a need for that.
Yeah, right. And it's like you were
Like,
gonna get your words off. I promise.
I guess maybe they think they're gonna forget or something.
Right, like ADHD.
It's that important.
Right.
So if you had unlimited money, what would you do with it?
Unlimited?
Yes.
I would go nuts. Oh my goodness. I would do a lot with it. Probably pay all my mom's debts off. She doesn't want a new house, but she got a house built and she's proud of it. So I'd probably do whatever she would want to do with her house. Pay all her debts off, my debts off, everybody's all of debts off.
Mhm.
Um, it's really responsibilities first, and after that, shenanigans. Nothing but shenanigans. And putting it into my music and promotion and, you know what I'm saying, stuff that I need to do for real. Unlimited money sounds crazy.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be the day. That would be great. I'm not gonna lie.
So do you think you're always going to want to make music?
Yeah, if I don't know, that's a good question. I might at one point not make it a top priority to do something else, but it'll be art for sure. Like I focus on like modeling or photography or something. I'm learning how to produce or engineer something more specifically, but it'll definitely have a play in the same, all in the same area for sure. I don't know, just thinking about not making music anymore. I've definitely thought about quitting, but then it became a mental thing for me. So it's like, nah, I kind of need this for sure.
Do you have any questions for me?
For you,
Yeah.
what made you start? All right, so I remember seeing you post something about like you going to college and like wanting to do something that you actually wanted to do that you enjoyed. So like, what have you done so far in the community of like this music and local music that you've done that's like fulfilled that in any way?
I think it's just like steps towards that direction. Like I haven't been like fully fulfilled. I think I'll be fully fulfilled if I'm like able to do like this shit and just make money off of like YouTube views or
Right,
streams and shit, and not have to like work my actual job.
right, yeah, that's
'Cause,
definitely
yeah, I'm
always
working
the
like
dream.
8 hours every day, Monday through Friday, and it's just like I'd like to like what you're saying. Like I want to focus on like learning other stuff too. Like if I could do this music stuff all day, then maybe I'd have time to learn how to like make beats or like
Hmm.
do different like learn more on like the videography side
Right,
and like that kind of stuff. So far, definitely just like having my page and being able to interview people. It's steps in the direction like I feel like I enjoy like I want to do like enjoy what I do and
right.
like this is what I enjoy so far. Like if I'm ever not enjoying something, I probably just won't like focus on it.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that. Um, so how long do you think that you would want to specifically be interviewing people? Is there a further goal than this, or is this like the first thing to get to what you really want to do, or is this what you mainly want to do? Kind of like Breakfast Club. That was like probably something they were like, oh, like I want to do this, and how long it went. You know what I mean? So it's like, is this something that you want to put as like a side after you start venturing off to where you really want to be, or is this like kind of on the path of this is what I want to do and this is solid?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm kind of like I'm just all over the place, but yeah, I'd love to have like an actual place where I can like have people in like to come interview them, but like yeah, it'd be cool also in the future to like put on shows and like specifically pick who comes out and help people actually like discover like new
Mm-hmm.
artists. Like it was never like my goal to interview people when I started my page. It just kind of started happening, and I like it so far. It's just if I ever get sick of it, I probably will stop.
Right, I understand.
But I'll still continue with the music stuff. Like I was thinking it'd be great to like get big enough where I could just literally just like update my playlist every week and like disappear.
No, right. The playlist. I've definitely seen stuff that I've heard that I liked from like seeing the playlist.
Mhm. Yeah, I've been. That's how I originally started the page. I was just trying to get more likes on the playlist. So it's just grown from there.
But
Is
you see, it's definitely moving in your favor for sure.
yeah,
It's
yeah. I've
dope to
definitely
see the
had a lot
slow
of
progression.
connections. Yeah.
I always tell people like you can always have goals, but have milestones in between to keep you going. Because like you can have plenty of milestones through the day, like that are small achievements, and not feel like just because you're not at your goal in a certain amount of time that you didn't get anything done. You know, there's a lot of milestones and little small achievements that you got to pat yourself on the back for sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. What is one of your biggest goals, or not goals, accomplishments that you've had so far with music?
Um, hmm, no, that's a good question. I haven't thought about that before. Getting paid. I like regardless of how much money I pay, I'm not gonna like tell nobody how much money I got, but you know, like I can pay a bill. I could like feed my family with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can like pay my phone bill. I can fill my gas tank up. You know, I can do something with it and make sure that like if I never had it, it's like I can go to District and go pull this out real quick. So like that right there alone is grateful enough. Like it's just like a lot of people don't even get the like. I'm not saying I get hella streams, but a lot of people don't even get the streams I get. So it's like just being humble about it and being grateful for what I am getting. So definitely that for sure. And also being able to express myself and people accept me for it and then credit me for it by like listening to me because I'm getting paid and you like getting something out of it too. Yeah, that's pretty dope to me for sure.
That's what I like about like newer age like music because like you don't have to, for instance, go around and like try to find the label and like you can just put yourself out, yourself and promote it yourself. Like you're good at promoting yourself, and like getting people to share your like
Right.
songs. And
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it
music.
kind of mind blows me because you find that more people like you in silence, in darkness, than they'll like you in the light. So they won't show it. And then they see you in person or something, and it's just like, oh my god, But then this is like a social media thing. Like some people say, like, oh, it's just social media. Like, why are you so worried about it? And it's like, why don't you just like it if it's just social media? Just like it. The
It's so
same,
it's free. Like
yeah,
it's so
the
easy to
same
just
energy.
like some shit or share
Right,
it. Like why
right.
not?
Same energy you put in to tell me that you could have just and kept it moving.
Yeah.
Or like commented or said what I need. You know what I'm saying? Just read it. At least just read. But I understand the type of generation we're in now is just fast paced swipes and stuff like that. So that's what I battle with and that's what I focus on. It's like something to catch your attention, give you something to look at, something visually pleasing, something audibly pleasing. To at least catch your attention for enough for you to understand where I'm coming from and like what you should be expecting, what I got coming on, like whatever message I'm trying to get across.
What is there anything else you want people to know? Doesn't have to be anything.
Don't smoke crack.
Okay.
No, no, literally don't smoke crack. Like, that's not a good idea. Not that I've done it. I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure it's not a good idea.
Yeah. Let's not promote
Yeah.
that.
I don't know, man. You don't have enough room in your heart for faith and fear. I can say that. I'll leave it at that. For sure.
Is there anybody that you want to shout out?
The whole Dirty Bontai. Shout out to Cloud's mom, Madre Cloud. Shout out to everybody that's around, Jack, Germ, Adrian, everybody that's around them that helped the Dirty family. Everybody that's been around to support, buying shirts, buying the Cloudy Nueve merchandise, everybody that supports us, listens to us, and streams us. I appreciate you and everybody else that was, let us come and express ourselves and let us be known as artists that we should, get in the spotlight that we deserve, for sure.
Oh, thank you for coming out and allowing me to interview you.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you inviting me.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed this talk and getting to know like more about you.
Me too, for sure.
Anybody watching this, like the video, subscribe, go stream his music.
Or you suck.
Yeah, if you got all the way to the end and you're not gonna stream your music.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, don't come up here doing that.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, thank you, and yeah, then.